They're a big country. I'm sure they've got guys with guns too. How did we drop in with like 20 or 30 people and just completely subdue everybody? So I want you to watch this little piece here. It's going to go back to the Fox thing because I had to rewind. Here we go.
2 Iowa National Guard soldiers and their American interpreter by a lone ISIS gunman.
This one, right? It's a shame the government didn't approve it. There's so many applications for causing short-term paralysis. Sorry. I ordered that hit on you.
All right, so that was obviously from Iron Man. And again, so you had the come from President Trump. You see things in the movies. Like, is that real? Are they really doing this kind of stuff? You notice that, what's his name? Kirk Douglas' son. He had the things in his ears to block whatever it was he was doing, whatever kind of radio pulse he was using. Didn't have to fire a shot. Didn't have to pull a gun. Didn't have to use a knife. Just, and it was over. Now, what I'm going to show you today, could it be propaganda? It absolutely could be. But you're going to have countries and other bad guys who are wondering, wait a minute, could this be true? If it's true, oh shit, excuse my language. So I want to show you something that Caroline Levitt posted earlier today that has basically, the people who aren't paying attention to morons in Minnesota, has people going, oh my God, oh my God, are we there? She posted this. She said, stop what you're doing and read this. The press secretary for the White House reposts something and says, stop whatever you're doing and read this. Which, of course, if I see something from Caroline Levitt, I'm like, okay, what you got? Oh, we got a press conference. Stop and read this. In order for her to post that, the big guys had to tell her, you're clear. I'm pretty sure it had to go through General Kane. I'm pretty sure it had to be looked at by Pete Hegseth. And then, of course, the boss had to look at it and go, yeah, okay, it's out there. Whether they wanted it out there or somebody else put it out there, they acknowledged it as being true. You, after seeing this, are going to have to make up your own minds. But without further ado, let's take a look at this, because this is some crazy stuff. All right, this was written by a guy named Mike Netter, and Mike Netter is I don't know who he is. He's from Galvin. No, he owns a podcast, I guess, Rebuild California. But nonetheless, she retweeted this. This story, if you haven't read it, is kind of long, but like she said, you need to read every damn word. This account from a Venezuelan security guard loyal to Nicolas Maduro is absolutely chilling, and it explains a lot about why the tone across Latin America has suddenly changed. Now, right there, you understand the people. If you don't do what we tell you to do, you're going to be to face worse than Maduro. I don't need to bring you back to court in New York. So now listen to this. Security guard that this guy interviewed, or somebody interviewed. On the day of the operation, we didn't hear anything coming. We were on guard, but suddenly all of our radar systems shut down without any explanation. The next thing we saw were drones, a lot of drones flying over our positions. We didn't know how to react. Interviewer, so what happened next? How was the main attack? Security guard, after those drones appeared, some helicopters arrived, but there were very few. I think barely 8 helicopters. Now understand, they're flying into another country with the mission is to take the president or assuming president of that country out, and they only sent in 8 helicopters. From those helicopters, soldiers came down, but even that, a very small number, like 20 or so. Maybe 20 men, but those men were technologically very advanced. They didn't look like anything we've ever fought against before. Interview, and then the battle began? Yes, but it was a massacre. We were hundreds, but we had no chance. They were shooting with such precision and speed. It seemed like each soldier was firing 300 rounds per minute. We couldn't do anything. I don't know enough about weaponry to know what kind of gun can be handheld and firing 300 rounds per minute. That to me would be a whole lot of bullets. They're firing 300 rounds per minute. Or that's what it felt like. Interview, and your own weapons, didn't they help? Not at all. No help at all. Because it wasn't just the weapons. This is where it gets good. At one point, they launched something. I don't know how to describe it. It was like a very intense sound wave. Suddenly, I felt like my head was exploding from the inside. We all started bleeding from the nose. Some were vomiting blood. We fell to the ground, unable to move. What the hell was that? Also, there's another account that the guys started pooping themselves right there. So your head feels like exploding, you're bleeding out of your nose, you can't hear, you can't see, and you're defecating all over down your legs. And then, that's not even the worst part. And your comrades, did they manage to resist? No, not at all. Those 20 men, without a single casualty, killed hundreds of us. We had no way to compete with their technology, with their weapons. I swear I've never seen anything like it. We couldn't even stand up after that sonic weapon or whatever it is hit. So do you think the rest of the region should think twice before confronting the Americans? Security guard, without a doubt, I'm sending a warning to anyone who thinks they can fight the United States. They have no idea what they're capable of. I think somebody else said that. I'm pretty sure somebody said, y'all don't even know what you're getting into.
And we're very powerful. This country is very powerful. It's far more powerful than people understand. We have weaponry that nobody has any idea what it is, and it is the most powerful weapons in the world that we have. More powerful than anybody, not even close.
What is it? See, we're all sitting here watching this stuff, and I hope you guys at the same time people are saying DEW, people are saying sonic stuff. Whatever it is, it rendered an entire group of, let's say a unit, completely incapacitated and useless. See, when I heard that nobody really got hurt, that's pretty much saying they don't even get off enough of a shot before they're dropping and they're paralyzed and they're bleeding out of their noses and pooping down their legs and everything else. And they're probably like, what the hell is happening? Well, you don't even know what kind of technology we have. Well, we do now. Interviewer, now that, he says, after what I saw, I never want to be on the other side of that again. They're not to be messed with. Interviewer, now that Trump has said Mexico is on the list, do you think the situation will change in Latin America? Definitely. Everyone is already talking about this. No one wants to go through what we went through. Now everyone thinks twice. What happened here is going to change a lot of things, not just in Venezuela, but throughout the region, possibly throughout the world. So that account was spreading like wildfire before they saw Caroline Leavitt post it. Then Caroline Leavitt posted it, and it was like, wait a second. Is she saying it's true? Well, she said, stop whatever you're doing and read this. The White House press secretary, believe her or not, understanding that she works for the president, she posted it. I have no way to discount it. My only job per se is to let you know what the president, what the White House has said. Because if she's a mouthpiece for the president, somebody told her, go ahead and post it. We need to let people know what we got, even though nobody knows what we have. And it takes you all the way back to Pete Hegseth and when he was going through his confirmation hearings. And you kept hearing him say, different than anything anybody else has said. He was talking about lethality, the warrior ethos. And you know, back then, oh yeah, he's making like just words up, trying to change the methodology, getting away from the DEI and the bald-headed tranny and everything else. He's doing something different. Little did we know is that lethality that he was talking about, they meant it. Now, I doubt this stuff got developed in a year, so who else knew about this stuff, and did we have it before? Now, would he use it on Americans? Well, you just saw a big crowd in Minnesota. If I were them, I would be reading this and going, maybe we might want to chill out. We're not going to have to shoot them like we did in Venezuela, but we could pretty much immobilize that entire crowd without ever going in. Blip, 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 zzz, zzz. And you're done. It's kind of chilling.